gather around the fire as we continue our tale of Telly, the chill satyr bard, Poppy, the horse girl wizard, Boney, the rocker half-orc paladin, and Malcolm, the militaristic dwarf monk, as they build friendship through adventure. Now, where did we last leave off?
Flea market flannel and a pair of Wrangler jeans, if you know what I mean. He's got a pair of old boots, he's kicked every rock down the street. Yeah, you know what I mean. He wants to be a cowboy. Yeah, he calls himself a redneck Sid. He's just looking for adventure, picking fights with the neighbor kids. Yeah, he dreams about the outlaws, six shooters and spitting dudes, starting fires in his front lawn. You can tell he's not fitting in.
Howdy Campers. The last we saw of the group, they were tasked with fetching the black dragon egg that was found sessions ago. And now it seems that the black dragon poses to be some level of a threat, at least by the Nat Camp staff. So everybody has their campers with them, and they are on their way to potentially get the egg. Upon arrival at the cave where you last saw the egg, it is no longer there, but it does seem as though something very large has swept through and grabbed it and then continued to burrow and follow some of those paths deeper into the ground. So we'll pick up right in the cave. Everybody is there with your campers. And I'll let you kind of get right to it.
Boney's gonna play that for answer. Okay, dudes and dudettes. I think Malcolm and I should lead this. Malcolm, because he's used to caves. Me, because I can see in the dark with my half-orc eyes. And now I want to assure you all that I am very sure that there's nothing too horrible in the cave. Nothing at all. It kind of like subtly use my divine sense to detect good and evil.
Okay. Is there a range on detect good and evil?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay. With that, you don't actually here with could you roll a perception on top of that?
Yes, I can. 8.
8. Okay. So pretty much sticks to that 60 feet. Upon casting, you don't necessarily sense anything. I mean, you sense some good. Obviously, you have a lot of innocent children around you. But as far as evil is concerned, you do not. It seems if there was anything, it's not close enough for you to actually sense that it was there or that it's, where it is.
Okay, this is a good sign.
Can I cast light on my shirt?
Sure. Yep. So you touch your shirt, you cast light, and it is now kind of projecting some light and essentially acting as like a small little torch for you. I believe light projects light up to 15, 20 feet. So anybody that does not have dark vision is able to see at least kind of that range, as so long as you're close to Poppy.
And we're in the cave and she does this?
I guess that your night vision doesn't really matter anymore, Boney, I guess.
So if you say something, do that. Hold on, I'm gonna blink. Like, oh man, it's always worse after your eyes adjust to the dark. Okay, 1, 2, oh, okay. Oh, dude, I'm gonna be seeing spots the rest of the day.
While this is happening and they're kind of chatting, can I go find like a large rock to sit on and kind of poke sticks or like little rocks on the ground around with my walking stick and just be kind of generally mopey?
Yep. Yeah. So you kind of find yourself separate from the group. You sit down on a rock and just start playing with your walking stick. Kind of outside of game, it's now been some time since you acquired the walking stick. So I am going to ask that you write down on your character sheet. You get a +1 to attack and damage rolls with the walking stick. You've given it enough time to cure, as it were. But yes, that's what you do. So you're kind of hanging out, trying to stay separate from the group. Malcolm, Poppy, Boney, are you guys doing anything specific right now?
Sorry, let them go.
Oh, I think Malcolm's going to march to the front and assume he's in charge per usual.
Okay. Awesome. Perfect.
Thank you for the light and offering to assist and support my leadership of this expedition. Come, children. I'm going to show you what it's like to lead point.
Yeah, kids, go with him.
Just my children, not all of your children.
All the kids, go to him.
Nope, children. Okay.
So Jude and Enos, your campers especially, are kind of like right behind you, as you've been consistently trying to whip them into shape. Biff and Gif are next, as they seem to be the most eager for this expedition. And then Reagan, Elias, Ophelia, and Caroline are kind of, behind them, not exactly as much of like the go-getting or excited to follow Malcolm kind of types. So, but awesome. So you're kind of prepared to go. As I mentioned before, there is kind of like a big enough for all of you to fit kind of path that digs into the ground, similar to the path that Poppy traveled as a spider, just made significantly larger.
But personally, Poppy feels the same from when she was a spider.
Yeah, actually, that's fair. That's a fair assumption.
Can I lean down to Elias and say, hey, little dude, is your like ranger nature like senses picking up anything, especially related to the tracks I showed you on the way in?
Yeah. So it looks to be something big came through here.
Oh my goodness! You're a genius! This is why we keep you, dude! Bring it here, little dude.
Yeah! And he gives you a fist bump. He's like super stoked. He's like, oh, I did so good.
Listen, we're gonna let Malcolm lead because he knows the case. But listen, if you see like any tracks or anything, let us know. We'll go that way.
Okay. Okay.
And, hey,
Just tying up the ranks back there. No chit chat.
okay. Private, whatever.
No, they're not privates yet. They're not ranked that high. They're like
private.
Sub privates, maybe at the most.
Dude, I never been in the army before. I feel like you're making a little of this up.
You gotta adapt to your situation, and the situation is that the soldiers following me are children.
Okay.
Are you taking off down the path?
Yeah, I'm following the path, but I'm sticking close to my campers. I'm waiting to see if Elias, with his tracking ability, notices anything.
Yeah. So it seems like he's just kind of, as you guys are following this along, which I will. Is everybody following Malcolm and the rest of the kids, kind of? No? Telly, you're still hanging out? Okay, cool. So Telly, you're still sitting on a rock. Poppy, are you following at all? Yeah, okay. Awesome. So great. So Telly, you just kind of watch as the group carries on. They start traveling down the path there, and Caroline, one of your campers, turns around. She's like, are you coming?
Like, slowly get up and trudge forward, and I'm like, fine.
Awesome. She kind of turns around, separates herself from the group, and goes and walks next to you at your pace. That way you have somebody to kind of walk with. And she's just kind of like, not really saying anything, but just kind of like right there with you. But awesome. yeah, so you guys are kind of traveling down Telly and Ophelia at the rear. Let me pull this up here. Yeah, you guys are traveling through. It's a bit of a snaky path. As Poppy, you're a little familiar. Obviously, this is grown, but it still follows kind of the same trend of a path. And you guys keep moving and moving. You probably walk a good 20 minutes or so, and you get to an opening to like a mine shaft, really. Can Malcolm, can you roll a like an insight for me?
I rolled a 7.
A 7. Okay. These are mine shafts. Something that you're more or less familiar with, but you're not 100%. You don't know exactly kind of, I guess, the specifics of them. So you have, actually here, what is your passive?
Everyone, looks like a mine shaft.
Dudes, I'm glad I'm surrounded by such observant people. I would be overlooking all of this.
Is that sarcastic or
No, seriously.
Neutral?
No, seriously. I cannot figure out what's around me for the life of me. I lose things all the time. I'm so far from the ground. I can barely see what's going on. It's this is more of you and your Elias's game. I'm here to hit things if anything bad happens. That's what I'm good at.
Are you making fun of me for being short? You saying I'm closer to the ground because I'm short?
Would he be wrong?
I am very tall for a dwarf. I've been over this.
Hey, dude, I don't mind short people. Look, I got 2 of them right here. I point to my camp.
You point to your camper, like the kids.
Yeah,
kids,
I like short people.
Awesome. So you guys, you fully enter this this mine shaft. So you do have an option. You kind of have a left and a right path. So what direction would you like to take?
I'm popping out another detect good and evil.
Okay. Awesome. So a detect good and evil. So when you enter the mine shaft, both ways they kind of start to turn. It doesn't seem like they stretch very far in like the same, they're not straight, I guess I should say.
Yeah. What's
and so when you
know?
I knew it was coming. I knew it.
Am I that predictable?
So when you cast that, you find to the left a deeper sense of evil, whereas to the right you don't really sense much of anything.
Can I tell if it's a fiend, undead, or
here. Exactly.
Got the power of rock and roll Jesus guiding me.
You mean Kid Rock?
I got the power of Kid Rock guiding me. Batuan plays whenever I smite.
Okay. So with that, you sense that it is it's a fiend. But you can't see it necessarily because it is kind of like around kind of the bend.
Okay, dudes, huddle up, everyone. There's a fiend to the left.
I don't want to huddle.
You what?
I don't want to huddle.
Okay, fine, but can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is good enough for a huddle. But basically, there's a fiend over there to the left. It feels pretty darn powerful. With all of us, I think we'll be able to take it. But what do you guys think? So we try to take it unawares, or are we avoiding it? Because it could be what's poisoning the water.
Oh, you picked that up with your magic hand?
You see, the power of rock and roll gleams throughout the whole cave. It gives me a bit of a sense of what's righteous. And
I don't want to talk about religion. I'll just take your word for it.
So what do you guys want to do? Are we?
He's nice. Maybe it's nice.
It's called Detect Good and Evil.
It's called a fiend. I don't think it's nice.
Don't yell at me.
I was sorry, Poppins. I was speaking in a normal voice.
And I guess what's your guys' passive perception?
11.
12.
14.
10.
Okay.
Why is our point man the least passively perceptive? He has no observational awareness.
Poppy's
only-
not making a point.
Only slightly lower than everyone.
Damn it. Poppy, every camper is there, aside from 2. And I think you know who I'm talking about.
Oh no!
Biff and Gif, although seemingly unexperienced in the art of war, seem to have a pretty solid method. Biff, who is the fighter, has a sword and shield and has a shield up. Gif is the barbarian, has a big club and is standing behind him as they slowly inch their way further and further to the left down the shaft, getting closer and closer to the turn.
Yes.
As you peep out, Gif turns around. He's like, let's get the drop on him. And he raises his club as they move further and further down the shaft.
Deuces, how about, listen, you two and me, we're good at taking hits. Why don't we clamor our shields a bit, draw the fiend to us, and then people like Poppy, Elias, and Reagan, who are a little bit more distance fighters, can nuke him when he comes to engage us.
If my kids get killed, what happens to me?
I don't know. I mean,
Trying to get a sense of the stakes here.
I think you might lose your job, but honestly, this whole operation seems to be pretty loosely managed, so I don't know, do that.
I don't care about the job much.
But like, you care about Biff and Gif.
No.
Those 2 are very brave, very stupid. I admire that.
Okay,
Hey, you guys.
kids, you can attack.
We gotta go after them, or they're gonna die.
No, dudes.
Sure.
We gotta be.
Biff throws a rock.
Ah!
Around the turn, you can't see where it's going, but it
boy.
makes a lot of noise. And you just start to feel an oppressive heat. As after the rock is thrown, sound is made, you see they kind of poke their heads around the turn and very quickly jump back and get behind the shield that they have as a blast of fire starts to lick its way around the turn of the mine shaft. And they scurry back as fast as they can, and you see 2 heads of some hellhounds as they turn the corner and see your group. Can everybody please roll a perception for me?
I thought you were gonna say initiative. That one.
3.
Bully's like, I think those are hellcats.
You get a 17, Poppy?
Yeah.
9.
9. Okay. So everybody that rolled kind of below a 10. So the 3 gentlemen of the group. They're terrifying. I mean, they're hellhounds. They're not a common enemy. You know, you just witnessed or at least saw the aftermath of some fire breath as it came around the corner, and there are two of them. They're kind of right next to each other. They're right with each other. Poppy, you start to notice that they're very hesitant to progress forward. With a 17, you do notice there are crossbow bolts sticking out of each of them. It looks like one of them maybe hurt a hip, where you generally see a bright, embery, fire in the chest of a hellhound like this. It looks almost like it's just like a red fur. There's no. It seems maybe the fire breath that it just spewed out was probably the last of what it had. And both of them are kind of like this, very worse for wear as they come around the corner, but just, on their toes, but not seemingly wanting to really jump into anything that they don't think that they can handle. But that's what you get. So how would you guys like to approach this?
I want to slowly approach them and put my hand out for them to like sniff me.
I want to do the same thing, yeah.
Okay.
Boney's not stopping them, but he's his smile's gone. He's just like mad dog in the hellhounds.
Okay, I will say, you rolled a 1. Malcolm, you rolled a 3. Until you rolled a 9. Like, these things, they're not to be fucked with. Like, they are hellhounds, right?
I'm gonna say,
and really, oh, sorry, what?
Dudes, what are you doing?
Yeah. So,
Then
Poppy, you can a little bit.
I'll pull back, but can I cast Sense of Motion on them?
Sure. Can you kind of run through the quick description of that?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah. And then while he's doing that, Poppy, can you roll an animal handling for me?
Never mind. It has to be humanoid, and these are dog-void. So.
Question.
Gotcha.
I know this isn't combat, but can I hold an action?
Sure. Yeah. What would you like to do?
I would like to hold a smite-filled strike on the hellhound Poppy's feeding, and if it decides to bite her or lash at her, I want to hit the fucker.
I will John Wick you.
I'm waiting if it attacks Poppy.
So are you like following Poppy? Are you like kind of right with her? Because she's getting closer to it. Or
I'm
to
back.
them.
I'm back now.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm still probably trying to keep it between. I'm still probably trying to stay in between the dogs and the campers. Say Poppy.
Okay.
I know you got dude. I know you have an animal thing, and it's very respectable. My religion's named after an animal, but they're big and you're small.
Yeah, I gotta agree with him. Poppins, do not touch the devil creatures.
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8. Okay. All right. Here, let me make a couple rolls.
So roll a new character.
Can I yell? Give him a treat. Offer a treat.
Okay. So with that, actually, Telly, can you roll an assisted animal handling?
Do I get like bonuses based on my animal handle? I have 0 wisdom. 14.
14. Okay, cool. That helps. So Poppy, you get closer and closer. You start to see like the fur on the back on their backs start to like raise as you get closer, as it seems like a very sketch situation for them. And then from the back you hear, "Give them a treat" from Telly. And you do technically have some herbs, some mushrooms, stuff like that you've scavenged. Would you like to use any of those?
I'll offer them a mushroom.
Okay, awesome. So you pull out a mushroom. and you kind of present it to them, and they seem very like they kind of come off of it a little bit as they get a little bit closer and closer and grab the mushroom from your hand, and kind of back away. They share it amongst themselves. Would you like to do anything else?
Can I turn into a wolf to make them feel like I am one of them?
Sure. Awesome. Yeah. Can you? Oh, sweet. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you turn into a wolf, although not technically the same thing, as these are fiends and wolves are beasts. You start to notice a lot of like the tension dropping. So and you're kind of doing that. You do have Biff and Gif, albeit scared, are still kind of at the ready, like behind the shield, ready to, they just like watched you interact with these things, but they're freaked the fuck out as they almost just got roasted.
Okay, can I cast comprehend language and then ask them what they're doing here?
And comprehend language
on hellhounds.
So technically, if you can speak Infernal, they can understand it. But as you say something to them, they are unable to articulate anything back. It's entirely body language.
Okay. When I'm a wolf, can everyone else understand me or no?
No.
Okay. I'm chilling. I'm just being a wolf.
Okay. You're just being a wolf, like sniffing them, just hanging out. Awesome. Is anybody else doing anything in regards to the hellhounds?
I want to make sure that Biff and Gif aren't the closest to the hellhounds. I'm in front of them, and I'm not like as ready to go to violence as I was, but I still haven't sheathed my my axe.
Okay. In that case, you need to get significantly closer to these things if you're going to be in between Biff and Gif and the hellhounds.
Okay, I want to go to Biff and Gif, kind of put them as you dudes. First of all, I'm going to have to talk to you about the search of the Grazing Mustangs later, because I think you two are just perfect converts. But beyond that, you're acting like warriors so far, but gotta protect the small ones in the back, okay, dudes? Don't do anything stupid.
Okay. Like they're just like kind of shaken, like hey. Definitely a little razzed about what just happened.
And I'm just kind of standing waiting for them to go back, kind of standing where they were, trying to. Again, my shield is up, my guard is up, but I'm not quite ready to attack yet. I'm waiting to see what Poppy does.
Okay. Poppy, are you doing anything else?
I'm gonna walk over to Biff and Gif and kind of nudge them towards the hellhounds, but I'm a wolf, so I think that they'll accept my children.
Okay. So you start to nudge.
I just got them to go back.
It looks like you're offering them the kids.
Sure.
Here, I need to make a couple rolls here.
We've established that nothing happens to me if my kids die.
As she's nudging them, can I take a couple steps back from the group and be like, if we're dying again, I'm not doing that shit sober, and pull out my one hitter and smoke a little bit of weed?
Yeah, go for it. Oh my god, no way. Sweet. Okay, so Telly, you do what you do. You're feeling, you're mellow.
I'm suddenly very okay with this. It's like that dog in the burning house meme where it's like, this is fine.
This is fine. Very fitting. So, Poppy, you nudge Biff and Giff. They, with you there in the shape that you're in, you kind of steal their resolve a bit as they get a little bit closer and closer. And, I mean, it's warm. I mean, these things are exuding just an insane amount of heat. But as they get closer and closer, you know, the hellhounds, they finish eating what you gave them and kind of start to sniff Biff and Giff. And
Poppy? The are you doing, dude? This is not like this.
It's not. It's not food. Woof woof woof. Third sound wolf make.
all right. All of a sudden, the two hellhounds start to move quickly. And so they book it. They take off for the exit that you guys just came down. But all you kind of tell is that they're moving quickly towards the group of kids. What would you guys like to do?
Are my kids fine?
Yes. So Biff and Giff, these two, the hellhounds, take off past them, despite how close they are. And they're so now it's kind of the hellhounds are in this middle space where you have Boney, Poppy, Biff and Giff, and then closer to where the hellhounds are headed, you have the rest of the kids and Telly and Malcolm.
Question: how big are these hellhounds in proportion to me?
I mean, proportionate to you, they're pretty big. I mean, it's a huge dog. I mean, I would say like compared to you, it's similar to, I don't know, like what's a huge dog breed? I can't think
Great
of.
Dane? Mastiff?
Sure. Yeah.
Like Mastiff is kind of what I assumed. Or
right.
like
Okay. Mastiff.
Big ass
I would say
Rottweiler.
think Mastiff, but to like Boney's proportion, right? So they're pretty big fucking dogs.
So they're basically they're like slightly taller than me.
Not taller than you, but in proportion to you.
Okay, in proportion to me.
Like a Mastiff to me is what this hellhound is to you.
Okay. I have an
They
idea.
might be taller than Malcolm then.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna channel divinity to use my peerless athlete.
69, dudes!
As a bonus action, you can channel divinity to augment athlete. For the next 10 minutes, you have advantage on strength, dexterity checks. You can carry, push, drag, and lift twice as much as normal. And the distance of long and high jumps increased by 10 feet. And with my new divine swollenness, I'm gonna wrestle the hellhound to the ground and try to stop it from going towards the kids.
Okay.
I'll grapple the hellhound.
All right. So can you make, I guess, an attack roll with strength?
Can I
Okay,
become
this
a
is attack,
person
not
again
a
and yell, leave the doggies alone?
So this
Yeah,
is a
so-
D20 plus. So that's D20 plus strength.
It's yep. So it's like an attack roll, but with strength.
18.
18. Okay. Awesome.
18, yes,
So in this action, so you do this divine swollenness.
I can see!
Poppy turns back into Poppy and yells to leave the dogs alone. Malcolm and Telly, are you guys doing any quick actions? What are you doing?
It's gonna be like not quick in my opinion. It's gonna be at like stoner pace in my mind, but we'll say it's like within the time frame. I want to look at the demon dogs, look at my walking stick, and then grab my water skin from my hip and look at that and kind of look between the two. And if I can somehow attach the water skin to the end of my stick, like what Rafiki in The Lion King carries, and ready in action so I can like swing that at the dog before it comes at the kids if I'm in the way of them. Like, but it has to look like just a stoner stupid idea that may end up working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like,
So, okay, so you're doing that. Malcolm, what are you doing, if anything?
I think Malcolm's just gonna try to like square up in between where the dogs are running and the kids and just get ready to fight if they're gonna attack.
Okay. Awesome. So, here's how this kind of plays out. So, Poppy turns back into Poppy. Boney swells up and successfully tackles one of the hellhounds. Upon taking off, there's this one of the hellhounds, the one that Boney caught, kind of slipped. Right, it's the one as Poppy saw that kind of has the hurt shoulder or hurt hip, however dogs work. And Boney's able to catch that one as the other one takes off for the exit. Telly, you are kind of to the back of the group because you took a step back for your one hitter, and you got the right idea. You kind of like loop on your water skin to your stick, and you're for the most part at the ready, but a little too late as the hellhound actually just runs straight past the kids, runs straight past Malcolm. You square up, you're ready, and gets to the exit. Is there anything that you would like to do as it kind of passes you physically, Malcolm?
Maybe he just like closes his eyes because it's bigger than he is, and he's actually a little afraid.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, this thing, I mean, it's coming at a very fast pace, and it just totally almost like jumps over you even to get to the exit. It gets to the exit and turns around and sees its partner, I guess, for lack of a better term, bound, as it's just kind of like inching itself away from the mine shaft, but still keeping an eye on what you guys might do to it. But Boney, you have this thing grappled. And so what would you guys like to do with this thing grappled?
I want to try run into Boney and push him off of the dog, probably with the hound, probably with little success because I am small.
And I have an advantage on athletics now, on swing stuff.
Okay. All right. Poppy, roll a strength for me, and Boney, roll an opposed strength with advantage.
2.
21.
All right. Poppy, I'm successful.
Have you ever like when you're big, like if you're a big older sibling, when like you're trying to fight your kid's siblings,
hand on the head? Yeah, very similar. But yeah, Telly and Malcolm, after kind of witnessing this one leap to the exit and seeing Boney tackle the other, what would you like to do?
Boney, let it go.
I look and see that the other one hasn't hurt the kids. You see a lot of like the usual joy in Boney's face kind of go away for a bit. He like gives like a death stare to the dog, and he like says in Orcus, "Touch the kids and you're a lug." And he like slowly lets go, and like doesn't break eye contact with the dog the entire time.
Okay. As soon as you even give it at all any space to move, it starts to scurry and kind of scratch its way to get out and away from you, as it essentially does the same thing, just at a much slower pace, getting to the exit.
Can I shoot away kind of like in Air Bud by being like, "Get out of here, I don't love you anymore, get!"
Yeah.
I think you mean like in Harry and the Hendersons. Is that what you?
Is that it? I mix those up a lot.
No, it's in a lot of movies, but it's definitely in Harry and the Hendersons as well.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Ultimately,
so you know that
all of cinema culminates with Harry and the Hendersons.
I'm picturing that tiny horse skit on SNL with Timothy Chalamet.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, tiny horse. Go.
That's fantastic. Yes, so you totally say that as soon as the hellhound that you caught reaches the other one, they disappear and exit the mine shaft.
I throw a rock and miss on purpose.
Awesome. So with that,
I was able to quickly ascertain that they were not a threat, and that they were intimidated by us, and it's fine. Everything's fine. We did it. And he's a little bit white looking.
Poop your pants this time.
No, I did not poop my pants this time.
pretty much all of the other kids as well are of an equal state to you, Malcolm, where they're just like, they're putting on a brave face, but for the most part, just absolutely terrified at what could have happened. You know, I mean, definitely the column of fire that came from one of those definitely set everybody on edge. So
we should check for hygiene purposes. Did any of you children poop your pants? Just out of curiosity.
Why would you tackle the poor little doggy?
No.
Dude, it was going to attack. It was bolting towards the kids. Like.
All right, so I'm seeing everyone's not shaking their heads. No, all no's. Okay. Great. Wonderful.
They weren't scary. They just wanted to be loved.
Just read it. You're not going to get in trouble if you pooped your pants. It's just, seriously, we need to know so we can clean you up.
Nobody pooped their pants.
You're all very brave. Just like me.
Kids, you all rockin'.
Well, do we keep going down the path?
Yeah, definitely. Let's keep going. I'm fine. I'm ready to keep going.
What direction would you like to go?
I mean, I'm curious of what the Hellhound's home was like, so I vote left, dudes.
Yeah, let's go where they were.
Something down there kind of messed up one of the Hellhounds' hips, so just preparing everyone that there's probably something back there.
Yeah, I just want to say, if we had to do a shit pants check about these two Hellhounds and they were potentially running from something, do we want to walk towards that?
Yeah.
I mean, that thing wasn't able to kill the Hellhounds, and, you know, not to brag too much about my divine inspired swollenness, but I think I proved that I would say I'm able to stop them. That thing couldn't, so I like my chances.
It was injured.
I don't think getting all like swolled up and tackling a dog sounds as impressive as
An injured dog.
It was a fiend. It was a fiend.
It was a puppy. It was a Shih Tzu.
It was hurt.
Listen, I don't know how. Listen, this isn't the first time I've had to make these kind of decisions in the moment, okay? And if it comes down to whatever's in here, or us, or the kids, we choose us and the kids. I don't regret what I did. Plus, I didn't kill it. Of all the ways to pacify it, I think a headlock is preferable to axe.
It was trying to leave.
I'm not that upset about it. I think you made the right call in the moment for sure. I'm just trying to let you know I got buff and tackled a dog. doesn't sound as cool as you think it does. Like, Thero will not care if you go tell him that. It doesn't matter how you dress that story up.
Okay, dude. Theo's gonna be so impressed. And if he gives us something, I gotta keep it this time.
Okay.
All right, well, you all know that we have our orders, so I'm going to lead the children into the dangerous place. So
you're going left?
You all can come if you want.
I'll go left too, but I want to go to Telly and just whisper, "Psst, I'm not gonna follow the orders. I'm gonna keep the egg for myself. Don't tell."
I had a feeling, and if it wasn't you, your campers were definitely gonna hide it in your desert. It can grow in your desert.
Yeah, good idea.
What are you two talking about back there?
Weed.
Military stuff.
Oh, one of those is fine. You shouldn't be talking about narcotics on a mission.
Narcotics.
It was in reference to how it was not allowed in military stuff. They were correlated.
Oh, that's absolutely correct. Then that's fine. Thank you for knowing the rules.
Amazing.
Thank you for knowing the rules, and I salute him.
Awesome. So you guys are heading left. Yes? Cool. So as you keep going, Malcolm, you start to notice with more time spent kind of in these shabs, it snakes around. Nothing seems crazy out of the ordinary. It's a mining shaft. There's supports and all that good stuff. It seems like it's very well done. Just even from the untrained eye, excellent, like an excellent approach to the construction of this mine shaft. Malcolm, you start to realize that this is something that you are familiar with. As you know, your hometown is right next door to Nat Camp. And these types of mine shafts are the ones that you kind of grew up in. And so you know that this is from where you're from. It seems that they've definitely been putting in the work with stretching these mine shafts underneath Nat Camp, or the grounds, as it were. And so you start to gain a level of familiarity with kind of where you're going and all of this stuff, and kind of where to go. So if you could, well, actually, here, let me. Cool. So as you guys are going left, who is it? Elias, the ranger, the wannabe ranger, he kind of starts pointing out more and more things, very similar to kind of how you guys got down there, where the abrasions from something large, as you kind of keep progressing here. Also, a good number of traps that have been set off that you are, Malcolm, that to be ones that, your family, your kin tend to set in the mines just in case of hellhounds or dragons or what have you. But yeah, so you guys are kind of going and traversing along this. Is there anything anybody is wanting to do while you're kind of progressing along here?
Malcolm's just kind of like looking around.
Keeping an eye out for the egg.
Wow, this is new construction. They must be building a new suburb down here. I haven't seen this before.
Underground suburbs?
Well, we dwarves typically live underground. We build stuff underground, so it's just they're expanding out. It's more, you wouldn't understand it. You wouldn't understand. I don't.
I grew up in more of the rural area, so yeah, this is pretty weird to me. Like, is it like a 7-Eleven froyo type thing now that we're in the burbs, or?
I don't understand that reference, but there's a bunch of traps and stuff that could kill us. So
Ooh.
we're gonna have to, you know, don't want people stealing your stuff, stealing your ore and your rubies and your gold and such treasure.
Maybe that's what got the hellhounds.
Could have been, yeah. Just been trapped.
Do people have a lot of kids in these cities? Like, are these kids running around and just getting like murked by traps all the time?
Oh no, we know how to not set off the trap. Well, I mean, if I knew this neighborhood, I would know this one, but I don't. But you know, if I was from here, I would.
No, that does make sense.
Right.
Yeah,
So we should be careful though.
Bo's gonna look at himself like away from where Malcolm here, like, oh my god, he literally lives under a rock. This explains so much. After that's probably gonna check on my camp and say, hey, you little dudes okay?
Yeah. So you look back to Reagan and Elias. Elias having the time of his life. He is doing everything that they want to do with like tracking and like all this, you know, exploring this new place. Reagan, a little less so, very floored by the craftsmanship of the mines and, you know, everything like that. But definitely, you know, on edge from your Hellhound experience. And so, you know, she's like looking around, like taking in the sights as it were. But, you know, very like any little thing that kind of, you know, crops up. She's like,
Can I pick up one of the traps that have already been sprung?
Sure. Yeah.
Something mechanical, hopefully.
Yeah, here, let's make a roll. Cool. Yeah, so you find yeah, they're pretty out in the open. So you find it's like a pressure plate of sorts, and almost immediately connected to it is like a hand crossbow that's like pointed up at an angle to, you know, get something, either, you know, in this case, if it was a hellhound, it would get it in the stomach, or a person in like the leg or something like that. And so it's just this kind of like quick little easy thing to conceal and set up. It has gone off, but you know, it's still there.
Can I like pick it up and take as much as I can of it to Reagan?
Pick it up and what, sorry?
Just pick up the trap and like bring it to Reagan.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you do. She's like, I didn't want to grab anything. It looks like these are, you know, other people's stuff, so I didn't want to, you know, take it. But
No one lives here do that. There's literally no one who's gonna be collecting all of this. Like the Hellhound's proof of that. So why don't you keep that, and your job, you can hold it on and you can play with it when we get back.
Ooh, oh, okay. And you know, she takes it, and starts, you know, tinkering with it, looking at it, and ends up putting it in her bag. You know, definitely kind of improving her mood with that. She's, you know, trying to keep her eye out for more, maybe, as what you've said is kind of like a good go ahead that she can kind of grab whatever she would like, as far as like these traps and stuff like that. So she's kind of looking around for them, you know, keeping an eye out. And then here, Malcolm, can you roll an insight with advantage?
Yes. Ooh, a 19.
Oh, perf. Awesome. So with a 19, you guys kind of come across, so with the mines and the supports, they've been spaced pretty regularly, but you know that how your community builds mines like this is that if there's an offshoot or a room or something like that that needs to be built right off of the shaft, there's a set of double supports, and in between them is just wide enough to fit a door. You come across one of these supports, and you know that there's a room, although it kind of looks like a stone wall, you know that it's false, so you can push it open like a normal door that you guys are like essentially coming up on. So you can either keep going, you can lean into that, you can not, however you want to do it, but you know that that's coming up.
I'm gonna go for the secret door.
Okay, awesome.
Check it out, everyone. Little dwarf secret for y'all. Secret door. Watch this.
So you push the door open, and can you actually roll a dexterity save with advantage, actually.
Ooh, good thing I had advantage on that one. 19.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. The other one was a 5.
So you push the door open. As it gets to maybe crack like a foot, a crossbow bolt flies past your face and into kind of the ceiling of the mine shaft. And you hear a very familiar voice. Like, stay away. Who is it?
Malcolm Ferrison, Dwarf Corps. Is that a dwarf? Who am I talking to?
It's me. And he stands up, opens the door, and you see the face of your brother Eris. And within this room, it's kind of like a break room, for lack of a better explanation. It's like there's some lockers, there's some beds, like kind of like a card table and stuff like that. And it's it's for the workers to take a break but not have to go all the way back to your hometown. And you see him there. He's got his light crossbow in his hand, obviously discharged. And he's like, "Oh my goodness, how did you get down here?"
Yeah, nice job defending the break room. You didn't even scratch me. So why isn't there a trap set up for that? Isn't something that would hit somebody in the leg just to incapacitate them so you can be captured alive?
Yeah, I mean, there was the other two things that were down here. Kind of set everything else off. I was told to come down and.
Oh yeah, the Hellhounds. Yeah, we fought them and they're gone now.
Oh my god! Oh,
defeated them.
You were so much more the fighter than I am. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no. Dad told me to come down and really take a look at things. Apparently, there was some hubbub. So I'm glad you took care of it. I mean,
yeah. The new shaft extension's looking nice. I haven't been down here since I've been back.
Yeah. It's me. I'm the one that's kind of heading this project. So I'm glad you like it. Yeah. No, I'm really taking a step up here. Oh, it looks
pretty good. I noticed some of the beams weren't completely level, but you can fix that. It's fine.
Well, the neighbors' family. I mean, they're nice, but they don't do the work like you and I when we were younger. But awesome. Who you made some friends.
You're wondering probably why I have all these children and these creatures.
Yeah. I mean, I heard you were at the camp, but it's oh my goodness, it's so nice to meet you all. I don't know who you. I'm Eris. I'm Malcolm's little brother. So,
hey,
who's everybody?
Hey,
that's Poppins. She's apparently turned herself into a horse. She is a girl though.
I'm still a girl.
Oh, she's sorry. Didn't see it start. She's just saying nay. She can turn into a horse, and other animals too.
Oh, okay, cool. And the other two.
And the big one is Bernard, and
Boney.
Yeah, something like that. And then the sad-looking one is Burbled, and then these are our children. That they're from the yeah.
Oh my goodness, it is
the camp
so
that brought me back
nice.
to life, and then I think we're like their slaves now.
I didn't get all the info, but oh my god, that is it's such a pleasure to meet you all. And oh my goodness, all of you kids, how are you guys doing? And it seems to be a very welcome interaction for all the kids, especially. They seem to be kind of into this. He's like, oh, okay. Well, look, you guys are going down, right? You're following all of like the markings and stuff like that.
Have you seen a dragon?
I have not. Is there one?
Yeah, there's definitely supposed to be a dragon down here.
Okay. All right. Well, good thing I have this. And he picks up like a big sack of paprika. It's huge. And he kind of slings it over his shoulders. He's like, all right, let's go flush this thing out.
Oh, dude, you coming with us?
Yeah. I mean, I was told to come down here and take care of whatever was going on. So if you guys already took care of the dogs or whatever, but you're saying there's a dragon, then I got my work cut out for me.
That's awesome, little
No,
dude. I look
no
forward to
hurting
walking.
the dragon.
No, that's what this is for. And he's like pats his huge little bag of spices, essentially. He's like, yep, nope, it really pisses them off, but really pushes them out. They don't like the smell, gets all up in their nose and all that stuff. So just
another little dwarf secret. I'll take that, Eris. You can help watch the kids.
Oh, perfect. It's more up my alley anyway. Great.
Yeah.
And he, kind of starts to meet and greet all the kids. He's like, oh my goodness, what's your name? Okay, Reagan, Elias. Okay, cool. Ophelia, Caroline. Oh my God, it's so nice. Biff and Giff. Okay, cool. And
Giff, stop climbing on Eris. Get down. Get off of him.
It's all right. They're just kidding. And so
they're very dirty. They're very dirty children, and they're gonna get you smelly. Just
we're in a mine. It's fine. No worries. Great. So, but yeah, let's get to it. We'll keep going. You gotta catch me up. You
killed some kobolds, dude.
You died.
Whoa.
Hi. How are you?
Hi. And he puts his hand out to shake.
I like softly shake it, just a very loose shake.
Nice meeting ya.
I'll shake your hand too. Nice meeting you, dude. I like you. You got like that positive energy St. William and St. Theda told us to live our lives with.
I mean, I don't know who they are, but if you don't keep a positive attitude down here, it's it can end up pretty poor. So
please stop trying to convert my brother to your weird religion.
Please don't shake my hand.
Okay, I won't. No worries. This guy though, right? Malcolm. He's just always wanted to, join the dwarf corps and do all that stuff. But he went to school. I didn't do that. I'm still working with Dad. So, but yeah, let's get to it. And he, kind of reloads his crossbow, puts it on his back. You see there's also a big hammer on his back. And he's like, all right, let's do it. And starts to kind of march down the mine shaft, closes the stone door behind him to keep that hidden, and starts kind of trucking along. It's like, you guys coming?
Yeah, dude, let's do this.
Yeah, I want to see how this plays out.
Awesome.
Children, stay close to Eris.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. I just want to get to know all of you. Great. Let me know. Yeah, okay. And, it starts to just kind of talk with all the kids as they follow him. How are you guys oriented as far as the group? Like who's in front, back, middle, what have you?
I'll be in the back.
Okay.
I feel like Malcolm weaseled his way back to the front.
I'll be near back as well.
I'm
sorry.
I'm gonna be near the front, talking to Malcolm's brother. Like, okay, dude. So basically, there were these two bards, St. William, St. Theda. They walked so hard that they ascended in the godhood. They had this excellent adventure. Then they had this bogus journey. They faced the music. Oh my goodness! I can't wait to tell you all about it. It's so awesome.
Oh goodness. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, we gotta talk about that. Maybe over a drink some other time, maybe.
And you
But yeah, great.
Dude, you're
Cool.
so cool, dude. Malcolm, why didn't you tell us your brother was this cool? Why didn't you tell us you had a brother?
I didn't seem important.
Yeah, no, he's you know, I mean, he's better than I am anyway. I'm just doing this, so it's cool. He's the go-getter, Malcolm. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I like you too, buddy. Don't sell yourself short.
Oh. Thank you. But yeah, okay, cool. Well, let's keep going here. Those, you know, all the traps got set off from the big thing that it seems like it came through here. My goodness. But all right. So coming up here, I mean, obviously project's not done yet. As fast as we work, it's not, you know, that fast. So Malcolm, you know, we're going to be coming up on a less finished shaft, a part of the mine here. So, you know, just it's not me that did it, but we'll probably travel that way. So, but yeah, and then here, let me make a couple. Awesome. Kids are loving them. Malcolm, can you make a quick perception check for me?
Yes.
Got that expanded lower going on, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you come here.
Okay, I got an 18.
Awesome. You notice around Eris's neck is a it looks like a detonation plunger, but it's small enough to be held, you know, like it's like a hand and a half, right? And you always saw your dad wearing it, but now it seems to be around his neck. So,
Eris, did you get a promotion? You have a blaster. They're letting you detonate things.
So, well, I mean, yes, but this is actually Dad gave me this. So when I started coming down here by myself, you know, without the supervision, because yeah, I got promoted. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's crazy. But I was given this.
That's great.
It's an old what was it? It's what are you trying to get into again? It's the dwarf. Yes. So
I got kicked out, but
well,
not important.
Oh, apparently, I don't know if you knew, but you know, Granddad was a part of it. So,
yeah, I did know.
Yeah.
I did know that.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I always wanted to live up to his memory.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that, but apparently he gave this to Dad. It's actually it's a like a, I don't even know how to explain it. I was just told that if I was in a pinch, to just hit it, and you know, it would help out. So, but yeah, once I started coming down here,
Dad gave you Grandpa's special item.
Well, don't.
Yeah, he gave it to you.
I mean, don't say it like that. I mean, it's just because I stayed home. I mean, you're doing your own thing though. You're doing so much cool stuff. Just, you know, separate. Like you're really paving your own way. I'm just following in footsteps. You know.
Yeah, he didn't. You know, he wasn't there when I left for the university to go join the Corps. You know, he didn't see me off.
Yeah.
And he just left a note that said, "You're going to be torn apart and eaten alive by goblins, just like your grandpa."
I didn't know about the note.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
That's fine. No, it's good that you have it. It should stay in the family. It's great. I'm happy for you.
Well, I mean, don't.
How's Mom? How's Mom
Mom's
doing?
doing good. Mom's doing all right.
Cool.
The
Great.
work's been, you know, tough now that I'm doing this. I'm, you know, not in the house as much, and Dad's obviously working like Dad always works, you know, so we're not seeing too much of him. I guess maybe for the better. I don't. But nah, man.
Dad's not much of a talker.
Yeah, he's really not.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if he's there or not. It's not. It's like he's not there anyway.
He's gonna do a whole lot. But look. No, man. I'm really happy for you. I really think that this is your thing. Like you're paving your own way. You're not just stuck in the mine. Like the rest of us are. So.
We all have our role to play.
Yeah.
Some of us work at a summer camp.
Well, I hear the camp's cool. I mean, Dad,
get the family heirloom passed down to us, and we get to,
Dad's not a super huge fan of the camp, but everything I hear about it is super cool. So, I mean, like an adventuring camp, that's the closest thing to Dwarf Corps you can get without being in the Dwarf Corps. Am I right?
Yeah. Our mission the other day was to get a frog kid to music camp.
See, but I heard you killed some kobolds, so I mean that's super cool. I haven't really fought much of anything. I just set up traps.
It's true. We did kill some kobolds.
Yeah, that's badass. Oh, you. What? Is that true?
I'd rather not talk about it.
I mean, I'm sure you did it on purpose.
Some other people did too. It wasn't just me.
Oh, I'm sure.
I light my one hitter, and I inhale, and I just like cough and nom really hard. I'm like, it happened, but we're past it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure he did it on, probably for some reason, probably helped him out or something,
I was able to use it to my advantage, actually, to
see.
attack
Dude,
the enemy.
You're so cool. You're so creative. My goodness.
Yeah, I was behind him, so I feel that was less cool and creative, actually. And if you did do it on purpose, you for shitting on me. But how about we keep going?
Yeah. I mean, we're walking and talking, right?
You guys keep it up. I'm loving this, by the way. Great meeting you. Love finding out about your family. This is awesome.
I feel like we're all caught up. Don't need to talk about anything.
Yeah.
Yes,
Here. Here, can everybody roll a quick perception?
Bonnie's just slowly shuffled away doing all of that, like not having the emotional maturity to know how to interact. Like,
Non-natural 20.
Nice.
Non-natural.
13.
okay,
I got a nat 20. Yeah.
okay, you guys might be talking big, but I got a 5. So who's the real winner?
Wait, Telly, what did you get one more time?
13.
Okay, 13. So as the conversation progresses, it's all the kids are, really enjoying Eris and all this stuff, and really kind of becoming this kind of part of the group as you guys are kind of traveling along here. Poppy and Malcolm, you notice he's kind of like slowing down, working his way kind of back into the pack, and he kind of pulls you back with him, Malcolm, until you guys are kind of at the back of the group. And he really slows and lets everybody kind of stay in front. The kids are kind of doing their thing. It's a far more relaxed atmosphere as you guys are kind of walking through the mines right now. As coming off the Hellhound thing with Eris, it's really helped the kids kind of like get through like the initial fear, where it seems like everything's kind of safe at this point. And Eris just kind of stops you, Malcolm, and gives you a really big hug. And he's like, "Oh my God, dude, I haven't seen you in so long. I'm glad you're doing good. And just kind of pats you on the back and starts to walk.
It's good to see you too, Eris. I'm sorry for getting frustrated. I just, you know how it is with me and Dad.
No, I know. Dad's so difficult. He's so hard to work with.
Yeah.
But it's the paths that we're on. And I'm sure
Also,
you know.
I died, but I don't want to talk about that right now.
Oh.
And I'm glad that I'm not dead anymore.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm very glad that you're not. I just knew you were in the hospital. I didn't know about the whole.
Nah, I died.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for letting me know. You know, I don't get to talk too much, so.
Brought me back with magic or something. I don't know.
That's really cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of creepy.
It's kind of neat though, right? Like that's pretty crazy. I didn't know that could happen.
It's very unsettling.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't take that so lightly. But
there's no afterlife, by the way. Just in case you're wondering, there's nothing. Yeah.
Wow, that's deep, man.
Yeah. So make the best of it.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I guess I will.
This is it.
All right. Make the best of it. Yeah.
Are we still hugging this whole time too?
No, it was kind of like a quick, a quick one, and then he started walking again.
Okay.
You know, so, but you guys are, you know, still kind of towards the back, and he's like, all right. Well, let's get to. We're kind of getting close to the, you know, where this mine shaft kind of breaks off. I just wanted to let you know that, you know, I'm glad you're doing what you're doing.
I was just being proud that all the beams are super straight. I was just trying to find fault with your work because I was insecure.
No, yeah, you have nothing to be insecure about.
No, it's all perfect. You're doing a good job.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I worked really hard on that, but oh shoot, here we are, and you are coming up on the shaft here, this unfinished. You see there's one really strong kind of arching support that holds up kind of the end. You know, it's reinforced for good reason, because as you can see, kind of peering further in, it's not as carved. It's a lot more jagged. The supports moving forward are not nearly as strong, almost like it's expected for it to, you know, maybe cave in a little bit. And so you see some more of the kind of like the abrasions from speak friend and enter. You kind of see some more of like the abrasions from the dragon. But what you also see are more kind of pools of this acidic kind of liquid that Telly and Poppy, you saw when you went to that cave the first time and first saw the egg. So you can imagine that you're pretty close. And you guys, you know, kind of start, you know, getting there. And Malcolm, Eris kind of, you know, pats you on the back. Is like, you know, we haven't done a whole lot on this part. You know, it's still a work in progress, but you know, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. But I mean, I can imagine. I mean, it's these pools of this stuff pretty new. So you know, whatever we're looking for here is probably here. Let me do this. And he kind of grabs the back of paprika and pours like a really good line of it right at the edge of where the shaft that is looking really good ends, and kind of meets like the more crude version. And he's like, all right, well, that should, you know, at least hopefully keep him from getting to what's finished, and you know, we can deal with that. I mean, we'll still go in, but you know, if we need to get out of here or something, we kind of know where to go. So, but okay, all right, kids, how's everybody doing? You know, all the kids are pretty excited. What are you guys kind of thinking? You know, how are you feeling with where you guys are in the mine shaft?
I think Malcolm is getting a little unnerved. I think he can see the signs of dragon stuff, and it's scary.
I feel like I'm stepping with a bit more caution, kind of almost like with the weed paranoid to a degree. Like every sound, I'm like, what was that?
Yeah.
Boney's moving ahead, but he's doing so slowly and cautiously. Like, this isn't the first dangerous situation he's been in before, but he definitely keeps on looking back to see the kids every once in a while. Like, he's worried about the kids.
Mm-hmm. Poppy, any strong feelings?
I'm just kind of following the group, but I'm not remotely scared of any potential things coming out because I think they're all just cute pets.
You're just so excited for a dragon. Awesome.
Listen, dragons are nothing. Social interaction, that's the real scary thing.
Awesome. Great. So yes, you guys start to kind of proceed with a fair bit of caution here. And Eris and Malgum have kind of presented themselves back to the front of the group, as it seems almost natural, like a familial thing to be at the front of the group. You got to be in charge, got to be in the lead, and they start kind of walking, down and through this mine. Could I just get one more perception check from everybody?
Nat 20.
6.
16.
I also got 6.
Okay. So Malgum and Boney, you're feeling pretty good. I mean, you're still hesitant, obviously, because these signs have started to present themselves some more. But for the most part, you're kind of going as you felt when you first entered this section of the mine shaft. Telly and Poppy, you notice, and it seems like Eris has known this. The supports in this part, although he said that they were a little less effective, the dragon squeezing its way through this part of the shaft has definitely damaged them even further. So although they are doing their job, they're on some thin ice. But they're still doing their job. So but yeah, so you guys kind of go a little bit deeper and deeper, and you start to smell the decaying, rotting, just like sewagey kind of smell as you get deeper and deeper, and the acid pools are more and more prevalent, and it's actually, instead of going kind of flat across in the mine, it's actually started to go and shape down deeper and deeper into the earth. And
can I lean down to Reagan and Elias, say, hey, do that? Do you remember the rule if things get too dangerous?
Yeah. Get behind you, or kind of get away.
Yeah, you two protect each other. Let me deal with it if things get too bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. And so yeah, so you guys are kind of delving deeper and deeper. Biff and Giff are kind of back to their way of kind of one putting up the shield, the other being behind the shield, and yeah, and kind of doing that. All of the kids have kind of taken their own stance, whether it be behind one of you guys, behind each other, using each other's equipment capabilities for the best. But for the most part, I mean, everybody is pretty well behind Eris and Malgum. The kids seem to trust Eris a lot with kind of the goings on and everything like that. So, but as you guys get deeper and deeper and deeper, the light, is disappearing more and more, even with Poppy's lit up shirt. It's getting just like thicker. Everything's just a lot more thick, and you get to a bit of a precipice where it can keep going, but it steps down. There's a big step down, and if you listen closely, you hear the rumbling breath of something very, very large.
Flea market flannel and a pair of Wrangler jeans, if you know what I mean. He's got a pair of old boots, he's kicked every rock down the street. Yeah, you know what I mean. He wants to be a cowboy. Yeah, he calls himself a redneck Sid. He's just looking for adventure, picking fights with the neighbor kids. Yeah, he dreams about the outlaws, 6 shooters and spitting steel, starting fires in his front lawn. You can tell he's not fitting in.
What are you doing in renting a room? Just passing through. Steady?
A
No.
little bit older now, he's wishing he was dead, smoking Marlboro Reds, but the feeling never lasts. He's skipping classes on Monday and getting drunk with his buddies. And he still wants to be a cowboy, but now he calls himself Heartthrob Sid. He's just looking for adventure, getting trashed with the neighbor kids. He dreams of Becky and her blonde hair. Man, her parents really hated him. He's doing donuts in their front yard. You can tell he doesn't give a shit.
Where you here from? No place in particular?
There's no horses in Pittsburgh.
Where you heading for? No place special?
He's got no pasture to roam.
Oh, Shadow.
End up trapped in the suburbs.